Welcome to Martini Time. I don't think I don't even think I had a martini this weekend. Still kind of working with allergy, chest congestion. I wanted to talk to you today about the secret of the flower. Now this just happened today, so I wanted to talk about it. But to put some background, I just wrote about this on my Facebook, and in the tradition of Buddhism, when Buddha was alive and teaching, the monks would come and gather for the talks. And one time he just came, sat down, and held up a flower. And none of the monks, I don't know how many were there, but they didn't understand what it meant. And so they began to analyze it. What does it mean? You know, was it a joke? What's the sequel? What's the secret here? What does it mean? And one monk, Mahakasyapa, I don't know how to pronounce it, just faintly smiled. And the Buddha got up and gave him the flower. And the legend has it that that was the transmission of Zen. That was when Zen began. So this Mahakasyapa went on to found the lineage of Zen. But anyway, that's the legend. So, but the point is that there was a transmission, a secret flower. So it was a transmission that happened beneath the consciousness, beneath logic. And so, so anyway, there, a fellow stopped by my house today, and he said it was Teachers Week, and he wanted to see my wife, Mrs. Conley, and he had been a student 20 years ago, and he wanted to thank her for a secret flower. Now, he didn't call it that. But he said, you know, do you remember me? And my wife, you know, a lot of teachers, a lot of students, you know, but yes, and he said, well, one day, just out of the blue, you told me, you said, you know, I love you. And he said, that made a powerful imprint on me. I've never forgotten it. It was a transformative event. And he said, one day, I don't know if you ever saw it or not, and he tried to recall the car we had. We had a little white convertible. He said, one day I came by and I put a flower on your car. You probably never noticed it. And I thought, a secret flower. So so anyway, he gave her a nice card and a gift certificate to a restaurant. And it really touched my wife because as a teacher, it's always good to have a student come and say what the effect you had on them. But it struck us that you just never know when you're giving a secret flower. So a secret flower, most of you don't realize you're giving it. That's what's secret about it. It's a secret from you. It's not a secret to the person who gets it, you see. And anybody else watching doesn't see it because secret flowers are spontaneous and there's no reason for them. There's no purpose. There's no logic. They don't fit. You see, they don't fit. So, and it's a transmission that happens beneath religion, beneath philosophy, beneath logic, beneath thinking. It's like it happens under the table, from heart to heart. A secret flower is passed under the table, and everyone else's consciousness is above the table, so we only see what's on top of the table, we don't see it. And the secret flower belongs to no religion. That's why I connected it up with Zen, because Zen is a transmission that happens underneath the table, and it doesn't really belong to any religion. It doesn't belong to any philosophy or anything, even though it's connected with Buddhism. but its essential reality is that it's a secret flower, a secret transmission. So I just thought this was a powerful little story about the secret flower that is always spontaneous. And it's so love is spontaneous. I mean, you can't try to love, and you can't try to give a secret flower. And so it's like you just when you start thinking, and the only requirement is that when you get a secret flower, is that one day you'll pass it on. It's like yogurt, if you want to make yogurt, you have to get some bacteria from a living yogurt, and you put it in your yogurt, and then you pass it on. And so somebody else wants to make some yogurt, you can give them your living yogurt. So it's something that's living. And also another thing about the secret flower is that it is always unifying. It is always connecting. So it's connecting. It's a connection, you see. And these connections happen spontaneously without gaining idea, or I'll give him a secret flower and then he'll think I'm great. Or I'll give him a secret flower so he'll be healed, or anything like that. There's no purpose in the secret. That's why it's remembered. You see, that's why it's secret, you see. So it's a transmission of love. And love is always spontaneous and has no gaining idea. It's never, love never happens for some result or purpose, you see. So it's always spontaneous, and you don't even know you're giving it. That's the part of the secret, If you give out secret flowers, you don't know you're doing it. And you're always surprised when somebody comes back and say, I got you a secret flower. Whoa, I gave a secret flower? So there's a whole society, there is a world of secret flowers going around, And it happens beneath the thinking mind, which is mostly concerned with what I can get from it, or what purpose is it, or what's the reason behind it, or whatever. It's got to be logical, and there's absolutely no logic to a secret flower. That's what makes them a living flower. See, so life has no, in its essence, you see, has no purpose except the purpose of life. And the purpose of life is to unify, is to connect, interconnect. So connection, unifying, these are the signs of the secret flower society. And it's not even a society you join. Anybody, a secret flower society, there don't have to be any religion or belief or anything. No requirements. No membership dues. You don't have a card to carry to belong to the secret flower society. But the secret flower society then is a society where spontaneous giving and connecting just happens. And it's always a surprise, unexpected, and it's always transformative. Life, when it connects, is transformative. Life itself is transformative. Life is always transforming itself, you see. Life is always creative. Creativity means to unify. When you create something, it brings people together. It interconnects. It restores the fabric of life, the unity of life, you see. So secret flowers restore life. Secret flowers always restore unity, and we call that healing. Because when we just live in the head, disconnected from the heart, where the secret flowers grow, life feels like a Picasso painting. It's fragmented. I'm different at work than I am at home, and then I got to go to church, and then I got to go play, and then I got to go fight somebody, you know, all these different little worlds. Each one is a different personality. Each one is a different mind, so to speak. So we're kind of like we live in a multiple personality mind, where everywhere we go we have a different personality. Now, some people meet us and say, well, you're not like I knew you at work, or you're completely different now than you were over there, you see. So we just live in these little compartments, you see. And so it's all broken up. And the secret flower always speaks to that which is whole. It always speaks to the heart, which is whole. The heart is whole. The mind is divided. The mind is always works in division. It's a mathematician, multiplying this, dividing that, you see. Logically, analytically, rationally, for a purpose. Don't do that. There's no reason in that, you see. So there's a cutoff here, you see, between living in the mind and thought and living in the heart, where the language is secret flowers, you see. Everything's above board here, but underneath the head, in the heart, is life. This is where life transmits. This is the life transmitter. You see, this is the self-transmitter, the ego, me, you know, the navigator. But beneath the surface is the place where secret flowers are created, like oysters create pearls. The heart just creates a secret flower and gives it, and doesn't even know it's giving it. You know, so this is and of course, if the mind thinks it's giving secret flowers, then it becomes conceited. So it's a good thing the mind doesn't even know about that. The less the mind knows, the better, right? So anyway, I just thought this was a nice story. My wife, it really touched my wife, and so this was happened to the student. It was 20 years ago. You know, it's a long time to remember a secret flower. You know, and so anyway, I thought I would share this story and join the Secret Flower Society. And you won't even know you're in it.